Karen? Yeah. So do I. We all want to go to Hawaii. But unfortunately, today's speech is not about taking a trip to Hawaii. I'm sorry. But it is about looking at what the word Hawaii means and digging into two important topics in our society today. So let's take a look. In Hawaiian, the word ha means breath. The word wai means water. And I symbolizes divinity, or God if you like, in Hawaii. So Hawaii means the breath and water of divinity. In today's speech, I've done some research on the topics of breathing and water, and I've found some staggering evidence to report to you on these two fascinating topics. Breath. The average human being can go 3 to 4 weeks without eating any food, 3 to 4 days without drinking any water, but just a couple of minutes without breathing. The breath is very important. In a lot of cultures and other languages, breath is synonymous with life. To breathe means to live. You have to breathe to live. And from the research that I've studied, 80% of Americans don't breathe properly. Isn't that something? So you're saying, well, we're all breathing. What do you mean? How do we breathe? We breathe from the chest, which is the incorrect way to breathe. What you want to do is breathe from the belly, known as belly breathing, abdominal breathing, or diaphragmatic breathing. So right now, if you would, please sit up straight in your chair. Take two of your hands, sit down, or yeah, you can stand if you like. Put one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly, and just observe what moves when you take a deep breath. Go ahead. Your upper hand should not move whatsoever. So let's take another breath and focus on the belly movement. Go ahead. That's right. You want to go from the chest back down to the belly. If you're interested to learn more about belly breathing, be happy to talk with you after my speech. I want to use the example of a baby. Have you ever seen a baby sleeping? Effortless, smooth, no stress, and 100% from the belly. And as infants and children, we all breathe from the belly. So what happens? Well, life happens, and stress, and challenges, and work, and kids, and stuff, and what happens is we go from the belly into the chest. But see, what happens when we're breathing from the chest? We are literally shooting adrenaline throughout our body. And what's adrenaline? More stress in our lives. In this process of breathing through the chest, we're only utilizing 30 to 40% of our lung capacity. We want to get back to 90 to 100. Because when we're using 90 to 100% of our full lung capacity, we increase stamina, elevate mood, improve mental clarity, and detoxify the internal system. One note of caution. This is going to take time. Many of us, me included, have been breathing for the last 20 to 25 years through my chest. Just take a couple minutes each day to focus on your breathing. Are you breathing from your chest or your belly? And just make the conscious decision to start breathing from the belly. I guarantee it, your life will change. Why? Water. Water is the only wise drink of a man. Henry David Thoreau. In the research I've gathered, 75 to 80% of American citizens are dehydrated. That's a fact. And what happens is we start feeling sick or something's not right, and we go see the doctor, and the doctor prescribes us medications, or we go to the pharmacy and we take over-the-counter pills, when the only problem is a lack of water. We need to be drinking more water. Here are some common symptoms from dehydration. constipation, fatigue, joint problems, digestive disorders, asthma and allergies, high blood pressure, cholesterol, weight gain, skin disorders, liver, kidney, bladder problems, lack of mental focus, and premature aging. If you're suffering from any of these symptoms, you may want to consider drinking more water. From the research I've gathered, a reliable indicator if you're dehydrated or not is the color of your urine. You may turn over your handout at this time. So just take a peek. In the next week or two, where are you at? Are you in the clear? I know I am. Are you in the yellow? You may want to consider drinking more water. For me, you will never see me at this meeting without my red water bottle. Never. I drink 90 to 100 ounces of water every day. So the next question is, what do I do? Well, of course, you drink more water. And the next question is, how much water? Now, that's a good question. Take your weight, divide it in 2, and that's how many ounces of water you want to drink a day from the research I've gathered. So if you're 200 pounds, you want to drink 100 ounces of water a day. No kidding. But your life will change if you increase your water intake. More water equals a healthier lifestyle. Remember, your body is 75% water. You have to constantly replenish what you're losing throughout the day. In conclusion, Hawaii, the breath and water of divinity. Just sounds good, doesn't it? Let's face it, we all want to take a trip to Hawaii. I know I do. So I propose for the August Toastmasters meeting, we all take a flight down to the Big Island. But until then, I hope you start looking at your breathing. And if you're breathing from the chest, make the transition down to the belly. And finally, I hope you choose to increase your water intake. If you make these 2 changes, I guarantee it, the results will be obvious. Thank you.